Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a day in the life video, and this is usually what my day looks like during the weekdays when my boys are in school. I want to quickly thank the sponsor of this video, Function of Beauty. Their shampoo, conditioner, and hair mask have become an amazing part of my routine, but I'm going to share with you guys my schedule, what my schedule looks like when I have a little bit of time to myself and what those days typically look like for me. Now, I know my routines, I get requested to do routines a lot, but I know that they can be really repetitive, and I definitely agree, but I do think a routine, some type of repetitive routine is really what yields results, whether it's a garden, whether it's fitness goals or goals to learn a new instrument or become better at something. So today I'm sharing what my typical day during the week looks like with you. And then keep your eyes peeled because in the coming weeks I'm going to be spending my days focusing on some home projects, including some DIYs and reorganizing. So I will also be sharing that on my channel. Good morning, Ozzy. Are you hungry? You hungry? The boys are playing a little bit before we head out to school. Hi. Want a banana too?
Yeah.
And can you say banana, please?
Banana, please.
Okay. Good morning. Going to school.
That is right.
We're going to school.
Oh, yeah.
Going to school. Oh yeah, oh yeah. As of lately, Byron and I have been trying to get back into a workout routine. So we take the boys to school together and usually go to the gym. Here we are on the elliptical. But if we don't go to the gym together, or if I drop the boys off and he's working, I'll usually come home and do an at-home workout with some type of app, or I'll use my Pilates machine. Right now, I'm doing the Brooke Burke booty workout, which I really like. You can find it on YouTube as well, but you can also subscribe to her app. Jillian Michaels has a really great app. There's also Pilates videos that I like to do, so I switch it up. Pretty much ever since Oliver started elementary school, Isaiah started begging to go to school himself, so we signed him up for a really beautiful Montessori style school. So when he's in school, I do get the days, so coming home from dropping them off, the first thing that I try to do is get some type of workout. And if it's not the gym, it's going to be something outdoors. There's a big mountain or like a big hill right near my house that I try to walk or run up. If I am going to do some type of outdoor walk or run or workout, I will bring one of the dogs with me because they do love to come and go for a walk. By this point, I've worked up a little bit of a sweat, so I usually try to take a shower. I will only wait to take a shower at the end of the day if I didn't get a chance to work out. But if I work out, I like to try to pop in the shower. And also, I know it's not ideal to wash your hair every day, but if I work out, I kind of just base it on how I'm feeling. I want to be clean. I started trying these Function of Beauty products a few months back, and I was super impressed. I absolutely love them. So I use the shampoo and conditioner every other day when I wash and condition my hair. Clearly, I've used almost all of it, so I actually just ordered brand new bottles. And then I use the hair mask as well, which I'm almost completely out of. I'm obsessed with the hair mask. And I'm always looking for something for my ends because I am letting my hair grow very long right now. And so I like to use a special conditioner for my ends to help with split ends. So what you do with Function of Beauty is you sign on, you take a 2-minute quiz. It asks about your hair. My hair is wavy and fine, so everybody's hair has specific needs. It also asks you what your goals are, and then you can completely customize the product itself. So you can choose what scent you want. I use the vanilla scent. I'm a sucker for vanilla, so I love when my hair smells like that. But you can choose the 100% natural eucalyptus made with essential oils, or you can choose no scent at all. You can experiment with different colors for your formula if you want to, or you can go with what I did, which is no color at all, and then it's just white. And then, you just get your products in the mail and you're good to go. So I'm going to have 20% off coupon in my description box if you want to try it out, 20% off your first order. And then my routine continues with basically just a simple soap bar. This is the oatmeal honey bar from Trader Joe's, which I love. And then right now I've been really on my exfoliating game because I just got back from vacation. I got a little bit of a suntan, so just trying to make sure my skin stays even. And what I like to do is take my soap bar, just put a little bit on my hands and then just go ahead and scrub my body head to toe. And I'm more consistent with this type of thing during these months as the skin comes out a little bit more. So I just got a fresh pair, and I usually try to do this, I'd say twice a week at least. After I pop out of the shower, I usually do some type of quick skincare routine. Right now I'm using a lot of Versed skincare, which you can find at Target. I like their products. They're pretty reasonably priced, and so far so good. I really like them. I'm using their toner right now, which comes with these reusable pads. So you can put them in this mesh bag with a drawstring, throw them in the washer and wash them. I'm not perfect about eco-friendly. I know I say that in my videos, but it is cool when brands start forward thinking when it comes to that type of thing, and reusable cotton pads are, I think, a good idea, and just makes it easier when brands are kind of thinking about that for you. I'm using my friend's product. This is my friend Gregory Dillon. He has a serum called Skin Slept In. We used to work together when I worked in the beauty industry in my 20s. It's a very invigorating serum that makes your skin look really glowy. And then I'm using Dr. Perricone under eye cream. He has the best under eye creams. They're expensive products, but I do really like his products, and I go in and out of using them, but I'm a big fan of his products. I'm using the argan oil from Trader Joe's right now currently as my body oil. I switch up my body oils a lot too, just to kind of depending on what I have. I'm really making sure my skin is hydrated and exfoliated right now, because as I start to get a little sun this time of the year, my skin can get dry and uneven, so making sure to apply oil on my body. And then as of recently, I've been using the Kai body oil. It's a dry body oil, so it's mostly for the scent. Kai products have this really beautiful gardenia scent to it, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of that on my neck and décolleté and down my arms, and it just, again, has a really beautiful smell. It's not particularly hydrating, to be honest, because it is a dry oil, but I like to spray a little bit on top of my argan oil. And I'll take argan oil all down my body. I try to be as consistent as possible with applying oil onto my skin. My skin really soaks it in, and it helps my skin look really supple and healthy and glowy versus, dry and dull. So that's definitely a big part of my routine and something I try to be consistent with. So right now I'm using this Chanel foundation. It's Vita Lumiere. You know what? It's actually been making me break out a little bit, especially if I'm not really good about washing my face. So I do like that it's a light coverage, and I like that it does give a little bit of a dewy finish, but I'm probably not going to buy it again, to be honest. I'm using Tati's blender. She actually sent this to me. I think it's called the Blendiful, and I've been liking it. Also, another thing that you can throw in with the cotton pads and wash. I haven't washed it yet, so I can't really say if it washes well, but so far I have been using it. I lost my beauty blender somewhere, so I have been using that instead. So that is what I focus on. I try to keep it as minimal as possible, at least for me. I know some people have a way more minimal routine than even what I do. But for me, I've tried to simplify it to what makes sense for me in my lifestyle. I'm starting to come up on the time of the year where I like to just let my hair dry naturally because it is starting to warm up. So today it was like 75 degrees, so I thought, I'll blow dry my bangs. Right now I do have bangs that I kind of swoop to the side, but I'm just going to let my hair dry naturally, and I've been doing that a lot more lately. The look is a lot more of a naturally dried hair, so there's a little bit more frizz involved. It's not so polished and perfect, but to be honest, if I'm not going out, just hanging out around my family, I don't really need to even have any makeup or make my hair look any specific way. So I'll brush my hair out with this blow dryer. I've said before in other videos, I am obsessed with this hair blow dryer. I use it all the time. So on days when I want to dry my hair completely, or in the winter months when I want to dry my hair completely before going outside, I always use that. Today I'm gonna let my hair pretty much air dry. I'll put a little bit of serum in my hair, just a tiny bit, because too much will weigh down my hair. This also smells like vanilla because it was from the custom blend that I ordered from Function of Beauty. And then I'll come back in a little bit and brush my hair because it does dry a little piecey. So that wraps up kind of my self-care routine for the day. Try to get a workout in, usually take a shower, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of hair, but keep it pretty simple. Then I pop over to my studio to practice. And if you're a music geek like myself or you play instruments, your practicing routine might look a little bit different than mine, just depending on your goals. So for me, my goals are to improve my sight reading skills when it comes to reading charts, both in guitar and piano, and also writing songs. So I kind of do a little bit of both during my practice time. I practice reading chord charts, and usually by the time I've been doing that for a little bit, I'll start kind of messing around with my own ideas, my own little riffs, and sometimes I'll put those ideas down in Logic. So this is the beginning of all my songs start here in my studio before I produce them with someone else. Over the last few years, I was focusing on scales, chords. It really depends on your goals. If you want to be a session player or you want to play in an orchestra, most classical music, you need to be able to read the sheet music, the notes very, very fast. For me, I have tried to really focus over the last few years reading and writing chord charts. For most modern bands, I'm going to start playing in a cover band. I'm going to start playing keyboard. You usually read charts. You just need to know the time signature and be able to read a chord chart pretty quickly. So that's pretty much what I've been spending my time focusing on for my practice time, for right now at least. So I try to spend a little time practicing music every day and trying to write as well. Then I'm going to brush my hair, which will definitely make it look a little fluffier. But as soon as I head outside, it's a little windy out there, my hair is going to just kind of be free. By this point, the weather is usually perfect, and I'm dying to go outside and work in the garden or in the yard. I love it too. I just love to listen to the birds, and I collect the chicken eggs and really just spend as much time until it's time to go pick up the kids. And even when we bring the kids home, we all love to spend the rest of the day outside if it's nice weather. So we work in different zones of the property, and we always have an ongoing landscaping project. So we've been slowly adding decomposed granite, which is what my husband is taking out of the truck right now and putting onto the ground. And we're just continuing to landscape our property and make it look as nice as possible, front yard and backyard. Depending on the time, I might edit before I do outdoor chores or even before I practice, kind of depending on what's first priority. But today I'm actually editing this video, and I took half of the footage on my iPhone and half of it on my Canon DSLR. I import it into Final Cut Pro X, and I usually like to do an intro and an outro, and then I just edit it together. And then I do a voiceover using my blue microphone, which is what I'm talking into right now. And I usually try to edit videos at this time. I also try to check in on YouTube and Spotify, which, by the way, if you're on Spotify, come follow me. That's where you can hear my original music and some of my covers that I upload. Depending on what's priority, if I have a project inside the home, I might do that during the time frame that I was, outside in this video. But then it's time to go pick up the kids, and then once we bring them home, if it's a nice day, we like to spend the rest of the day outside until it's time to start doing homework and getting ready for dinner.
I'm like Abby.
You want to go see if we could go see her?
Yeah.
So my son Isaiah, he's actually asking to go see Abby, which is the neighbor dog, and he's playing with my hair. And the dogs are crawling all over me. And they're all very excited to have the kids home. So usually we take everybody out for a walk or a bike ride. And we like to walk all the way around the neighborhood. We go visit our neighbors and we go say hi to the horses. It's like one of our favorite things to do on nice days. Oliver loves to ride his bike, and so every night at around 4:30ish, we go out for a bike ride, a walk, and he goes up this hill and rides down the hill on my neighbor's property. And all of our neighbors are really friendly and very welcoming, and so we ride down and we go say hi to the neighbor dogs and the neighbors. If they're out and about, you know, we don't try to bother them, but if they're out hanging out working on their property, we say hi to everybody. And he's gotten so good at riding down this one hill. Also, it's really fun because all of the neighbor dogs visit all of the different properties, and it's just one big giant family. It's a family.
Hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy girl.
Which... After our evening walk, we come and just play on our property. The boys, especially as Isaiah's getting older, they imagine together and play a lot in the treehouse. And then we come in as the sun goes down and start homework right before dinner.
Bag. Mom has a big wig.
My husband is a phenomenal cook, so if he's home, I definitely prefer for him to cook because he just has a finesse with it and just knows how to whip it together. So if he's cooking, I'm definitely doing the dishes. It's only fair. So I'm actually cleaning up before dinner, and I like to kind of clean up while he's cooking, and then I clean up whatever he cooked. So I'm doing the dishes right now while he cooks dinner, and tonight he's making zucchini pasta, which is one of our favorites. It's not like zucchini noodles. We actually just put grilled zucchini inside pasta, and our boys really like it as well. We've been feeding them pretty eclectic since they were really little, so they're not super picky. There's not too much that either of them won't eat. I just started really young with Oliver, and Oliver, he's always been a really open-minded eater. And then Isaiah kind of just copies whatever his brother does and wants to do whatever his brother does, so that kind of made life easier, at least in the food department. Isaiah wasn't the best sleeper, but he's a good eater. This is a recipe we like to make a lot. You chop up the zucchini. It's a really beautiful tomato sauce, and then we put it on top of pasta. We add a little Parmesan cheese. The great thing about this is that you can make it vegan if you want to. We eat meat occasionally, but we try to do a lot of these type of recipes where they're, you know, mostly plant-based. So, yeah, and we try to just encourage our kids to eat zucchini. Sometimes we'll do zucchini, especially if we're growing it in the garden. We have a lot of zucchini and rice, and we try to include that into our recipes. So now we're going to just kind of plate up. Everybody's excited. Everybody's stoked for dinner. After dinner, we wind down by either having bath time for the boys and reading a book to them and then putting them to sleep.
I'm the cat in the hat.
And we're off. And then since I took a shower earlier, I'm just gonna chill and usually watch an episode of something or a Netflix show or something along those lines. And then, yeah, that completes my daily routine, what I try to do pretty consistently on a day-to-day basis. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out my code using the link below for 20% off your order. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye.